What's up? Welcome to the Vegas Benchwarmer channel. Right now, we're doing the Benchwarmer Podcast, episode 57, 58. I don't know. I don't keep track of this shit no more. Yes, I do. Let me stop lying. I am He Hate Me 702. And of course, my man is
Jeremy with a G.
How you doing today, buddy? You doing good?
All right. Can't complain. Well, I mean, I could, but nobody would listen.
Except for your mom. Your mom listens to your mom's listen to everything. So shut the fuck up, Eric. Okay, so we're going to get into it. There's a couple things that we got to go. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, follow us, all that good shit. You know how it works. You know how YouTubers do that shit. So first, what do you want to talk about? You want to talk about Jones versus Gane? Talk about some Aaron Rodgers? You want to talk some football? You want to talk some basketball?
I mean,
Want to talk Jackson Mahomes?
We can talk about the fight. I mean, it's mostly gonna be you talking about it.
Well, motherfucker, dog. So we got John Jones.
You followed it like there's fucking. Never mind.
You know, this is the problem. When I love combat sports, I absolutely love boxing. I love wrestling. I love MMA, but I don't love it enough to pay attention to all the little shit. I will never be, and I've learned that with the podcast. I love sports, but I'm not some of these motherfuckers. I'm not analytical about that shit. I don't get into the science. I have no clue who a fucking offensive lineman is in most teams. So,
I like the UFC. I could care less. I just want to watch the fight.
But when big shit comes up, and that's funny because you like drama. Yeah. You sniff out drama. But yet when it comes to the fights and stuff where all the drama happens,
I just want to see people get punched in the face.
Okay, so in this scenario, Jones is coming back off of a 3-year layoff. Hold on, that light is fucking bothering me. Jones is coming back off of a 3-year layoff, right? He bulked up from light heavyweight to heavyweight. Rumor has it that he was roughly around 265. He weighed in, I think, at 245. I don't give a fuck what Cyril Gane weighed in at. So he's a big boy. I mean, Cyril's big. He's a natural heavyweight, so that doesn't matter to me. Like, we know Cyril's big. We saw him against Francis. We've seen him against the other dude, the dude that does the shoeies. Well, I didn't see him, but I know he fought them. So, but I mean, he's a big guy. We already know that. So we only care about John Jones' weight. John Jones did look fat. You said that yourself. Yeah, John Jones got a gut. He got a gut. But again, that doesn't even matter because when you're that big, unless you're in the fucking WWE, you aren't built like that.
He looked like Jim Bob down the street.
Yeah, but you know what, Jim? You know, this is what he looked like to me. I'm gonna be 100% honest. He looked like one of those older guys that are no longer like fighting or doing a sport that you can tell at one point in time used to be really big or used to be athletic. And used to be like a football player because they got the broad shoulders and everything. You know what I'm talking about. You bump into him all the time and you're like, oh, damn, dude, you used to play sports.
He looks like somebody who drinks a lot of beer.
Look, I don't. This is where I don't. He does. He looks like somebody that does a lot. But again, I think that's because of, we were talking off camera. I think that's more because of the bulking and him getting used to that weight. I think as time goes on, he'll start to get his body back, but it won't be a 6-pack. His stomach will just firm up because he did look kind of fat. He did. He looked, but I'm more worried about his cardio.
I wonder what his date is.
And this is the thing. I'm not, and going in, I mean, I'm a little worried about his cardio because he's always had great cardio. But when you're going up against that heavyweight and you're going against one of the heaviest people that you face, that becomes a problem. They can wear you out. I can tell you from never have I ever been on that level. Everybody knows that shit. But when I was in high school, I wrestled. I was a huge wrestler. I was a little ass wrestler, not huge, but I was really into wrestling. And my senior year, I wrestled 2 weight classes higher than me because of the way the standings were. So on a dual meet, I was fine. I lost 1 dual meet the whole season. 1 match on a dual meet. But when we got to a fucking tournament, oh no, I couldn't do it. Even though I had great stamina and cardio and I worked on that like crazy, I was weighing in at 122, wrestling 130. So after weigh-ins, these guys were 137, 140. So first match, good. Second match, you could see it like halfway through the match. I'm just tired of carrying these big ass motherfuckers that weigh 20 pounds more than me. So I want to see how that's going to work with him as it drags on to the championship rounds. If they make it past if they make it into the 4th round, how is John Jones' stamina going to be? Because we saw Francis against Cyril. Both of them were dead tired.
Yeah.
So that's how is it going to be rushing those guys and pushing that body around? You see what I'm saying? That big ass mass around. And that there's a lot of times where you can rest in wrestling, but not in what is it? Not in MMA, because there's all that constant punching and stuff like that. You got to worry about a lot of other stuff. So yeah, in certain positions he can rest, but you're still going to have to move that big ass fucking boy. And I mean boy in the term of he's a younger guy, because I'm fucking 40 years old. So I shouldn't fuck it. Big ass boy. Fuck it. I'm not politically correct. Fuck this shit. Even though I work at a bank and I got to be politically correct right now, this is my let out time. So I also love the fact that Jones called Cyril one of the most incomplete heavyweights that he's ever seen in the top 5 rankings. Yeah. So that's why I watch the stuff, because of the drama. Cyril cannot. Oh, we got a comment. Hold on. Cyril cannot. Crixby was a dog on that mat. There we go, Mauricio. Thank you. That was my boy. He used to wrestle with us. So he wrestled, I think he wrestled 135 or 140, because they had Danny.
Y'all was heavy.
No, I was light as shit. So the problem that we had was
I wrestled 95.
We had an all-star from 103 to 145. We were beast. We were completely beast. And then the way we had it, so we had a lot of younger fighters, or a lot of young little weight classes that had to be mixed around. That was the problem. So we had a guy that dropped to 103 from 120. And then we had 112, 119, 125, and I happened to weigh 130. Be at 130. But so back to the Jones and the Gane. So he basically said he's an incomplete fighter. He said that he has great footwork. He's great on the stand-up. We know that because he's a kickboxer. But he got outworked by a guy named Francis, that is not known for outworking people. He's known for knocking people out. So I mean, Cyril really didn't have any comebacks because he's not a talker. You see what I'm saying? So John Jones was more humble. I think the 3 years off and getting mature, you know how you get older, you start to get older and you start to mature. It took me forever to mature. I'm still fucking maturing. So at 41 years old, but at the same time, like shit just happens. You just start to look at shit different. You hit certain age gaps and you're just like, oh, fuck, that's what they meant. So in this scenario, I think that's what kind of happened with him. He's a lot more humble. He was praising God. He was talking about his talent and everything and how he couldn't win on that. He was loving that the UFC crowd was loving him and everything like that. But I think he's going to dominate him. I think he is first of all, he is one of the greatest fighters of all time. His one loss should not be a loss. We know, I remember watching that fight. So, but outside of that, he is, to me, is one of the greatest fighters of all time, especially since he openly admitted that he used to fucking do binges before whipping people's asses. So when he moves up into weight and he moves up in and does all this stuff, he seems more focused. Like he said, this was the first time ever he's actually been able to be a martial artist. So he seems a lot more focused to me. And a dedicated and focused John Jones is fucking dangerous, because we saw him at not a dedication level. Like he went on Joe Rogan and gave a great podcast saying how he would go on bingers and give himself excuses. So I think John Jones I don't think it's going to be a knockout. I think he's just going to outwork him. I think once he gets him to the ground, he's going to beat the living shit out of him. And a lot of people may not remember, he took DC down multiple times.
Yeah.
So, and he has great takedown defense. So I think he's gonna get in there. The first round is gonna be kind of slow. It's gonna be a more filling out. And if Cyril's smart, that's what he needs to come guns blazing in the first 2 rounds. Because John Jones has been laid off for 3 years. He hasn't really been punched in a fight. You see what I'm saying? Sparring and all that shit is not the same. So if Cyril's smart, Cyril needs to jump on his ass immediately and don't let him get into his groove. But I think John's gonna keep him at his range, paw at him, keep those kicks, those oblique kicks and everything like that. And then by round 3, Jones is gonna start working him. I mean, he's gonna take him down. He's gonna start ground and pounding him. He's gonna put him in areas that he does not want to be. He's gonna put all that weight on him, because even though you get bigger, you still understand how to use leverage. And that's why wrestlers are so good in the UFC, because leverage is a huge key in how to put your weight on people. So I think he's just going to wear him out. I've seen predictions that Cyril knocks him out in 1 or 2, which again, if Cyril comes out and jumps on him, it could happen. I think that's his best chance in the early rounds. But if not, Jones gonna put that work on him. And once he gets to the 4th or 5th round, I don't know if it's just going to be too much. I just don't know. But I think it's going to end up being either a late round, a late stoppage, or a decision. If I'm going to guess, I'm going to go with the round 5 stoppage, early round 5 stoppage. Since I'm making a prediction, I'll go with early. Remember, I basically called the Tommy Fury and Jake Paul fight, if you guys don't remember. I did say Tommy would get knocked down in the late rounds due to cardio, and he would gas out. And he did get fucking knocked down in round 8. So, what are your predictions?
I don't know. I just want to see people get punched in the fucking face. I don't give a fuck who. Look, just beat the shit out of each other so I can watch.
You're funny.
Like what? Like whatever. I'm not. I don't pay attention to too many fighters. I think the last fighter that I really paid attention to was BJ Penn.
Well, yeah, BJ Penn was a dog.
Yeah, now he's just an alcoholic.
No, that's, you know what? That's the problem. When they stay too long. When they stay. Jones around 4 by rear naked choke. I could see that too. When they stay too long, that's the problem with combat sports. When they stay way too long, there's nothing you can do. There's absolutely, we've seen it in all sports, but in combat sports, it's the worst.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers. Darkness retreat.
Hippie.
Jeremy, would you ever go on a darkness retreat?
No, I don't trust people enough.
I need to know what is all in this darkness retreat, because I've been in this hyper depth.
It's literally a dark room with a bed, a yoga mat, a toilet.
Oh no, I'm not doing that.
What the hell you think a darkness retreat is?
Motherfucker, I don't know. Maybe he had like a hypersensitive depth chamber, the saltwater tanks, which I love. Maybe he did a lot
4 days. He's going to sit in salt water for 4 days.
But maybe he would walk into there. Maybe he had like a hot tub. Maybe I wouldn't do yoga. I'm not a yoga person. Maybe did he ate his food in the dirt too? You know what?
Yeah,
Can we just say it? Can we just say it? Aaron Rodgers is fucking weird.
He's right there with Cam Newton.
No, he's up there with Kyrie Irving weird. Cam Newton's just a diva. That's all Cam Newton is. Cam Newton's like Russell Westbrook. They're just fucking divas. He's up there with Kyrie Irving weird. Aaron Rodgers it puts the lotion on weird. Okay, do you see what I'm saying? Toilet full of piss stains. Oh my God. Oh, he was sitting on piss all day. But that's the problem. So, okay, Aaron Rodgers came out of his dark retreat. And when he came out of his dark retreat, he still didn't know what the fuck he was going to do, right? He still doesn't know. I thought that was what he was going in there for, was to get clarity, Jeremy. Please explain this to me.
Look, I think he does know what he's doing, but, a lot of people don't like the media. So I think he's playing head games with him. I think he knows exactly. I think he's going to retire.
Aaron Rodgers loves the media.
No, he don't.
Yes, he does.
He loves the Pat McAfee show,
which is the media.
No, it's not Adam Schefter and his stupid fucking takes.
Well, look. When you get sued by Brett Favre, along with Shannon Sharp, you made it. Your media for a defamation lawsuit. You are fucking consistently. You are now media.
I can't put McAfee in the media ballpark.
Motherfucker, I can. You know why? Because he goes to WWE. So that motherfucker is as fake as anybody else I know. And I love WWE. So yes, he is 100% media. Okay, anyway, we digress on that. Your opinion is he's not. My opinion is he is. Difference of opinion. So what do you think Aaron Rodgers is going to do? You said he's going to retire?
Yeah, I think he's going to retire.
I don't.
I think he's going to pull a Favre.
I don't. The reason why I don't think he's going to retire is his ego is too big. I told you where he's going, and I don't know why you don't believe me.
I don't know why you can't read.
I can read. I heard what the Raiders said. They would rather have.
They're building for the long term, not the short term.
I 100% agree. I'm not. But again, did you also read that there are many GMs that don't think they're going to get 2 first rounders for fucking Aaron Rodgers? Aaron Rodgers could go for a first and a third. If Aaron Rodgers goes for a first and a third, and you trade next year's first and this third, and maybe throw in a fourth, if that's what they're looking at, and keep your fucking 7th, you're still getting Aaron Rodgers and drafting a quarterback in the future.
They're gonna want this year's first.
They're not. They're not gonna get it. They're not gonna get it. The reason why they won't get it
that's why his dumb ass ain't coming to the fucking Raiders.
He is, because the Raiders are going to offer up the most of everything else. They're going to give him next year's first. They're going to give him a third this year, and probably like a fourth this year. And nobody else is going to want to do that. And the Raiders love making big splash signings. That's the problem. The Jets, everybody's like the Jets. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to secretly say, I want to go play with Devontae Adams. I want to go live in Vegas. I'd rather deal with that media than fucking New York media. I'd rather deal with the no state tax than fucking be in New York where they tax the shit out of you. I think he's coming to the Raiders, and I'm going to love it because it's going to shit on your ass. It's the worst decision ever.
You want. I still think you're retarded for thinking it.
It's okay. You can think I'm retarded, but that's okay. When it comes true, and y'all suck next year.
When have you ever predicted anything?
I predicted the Jake Paul Tommy Fury fight last week.
You didn't predict anything right. All you got right was he was going to get knocked down in the late rounds, and half the knockdown was a slip. So
it wasn't a slip. It was not a slip. Credit. It was a perfect time punch.
I will give you 50% credit.
Okay, listen to me very carefully.
That means you still.
I have 100% proof, and we could call Heath that I predicted LeBron James, D Wade, and Chris Bosh would play together. I just predicted in Cleveland, not Miami.
We were just talking about the fucking.
I'm saying I predicted a lot of shit. I predicted Jared Goff would be a fucking bust.
That shit with Heath, not with me.
I predicted Jared Goff would be a bust. I predicted the Chiefs' offense would be amazing without fucking Tyreek Hill. It'd be more different than last year.
You act like that was a big fucking prediction. Shut the fuck up. Like
he's building up for a big review. I'm telling you, he's going to the Raiders. And they're not giving up this year's pick because nobody's going to give up this year's pick. Nobody's going to.
Look, remember this. Remember this exact moment, 1740 on today's podcast. Hold on, let me write it down.
Okay.
3/4/2023.
Carr's not going to the Jets. I'm going to tell you who's going to the Jets coming up shortly.
17 minutes and 40 seconds.
Dude, I could just go to Twitch. Oh, I forgot to change the damn Twitch announcement. Damn it. I just go to Twitch and clip it.
I got it. Don't worry, I got it. I just want to make sure I have all my receipts in order.
Stream manager, edit stream info, notification. Go live. So yeah, I'm telling you, you guys are getting them, and to me, it's going to be fabulous because you guys are going to be the new Broncos.
The Broncos are still going to be a shit fucking. They just hired fucking Davis Webb as a fucking quarterback coach. Are you fucking serious? And everybody's touting Sean Payton. This is a fucking decision he makes.
Look, can I ask you a question real quick about Sean Payton? About Sean Payton, I mean?
What?
Why don't we do the same thing with Sean Payton that we did with Belichick and Brady? Where we say, was it Drew Brees or Sean Payton? Why do we give both of them amazing credit for their talent, but don't separate either one of them? We have not actually seen Sean Payton as a coach without Drew Brees as very good.
You just saw exactly how their season is going to be after that fucking Davis Webb hiring.
Those that can't do coach. So Rodgers, I'm telling you, Rodgers is fucking weird.
They literally hired a 28-year-old to be a QB coach for a fucking failing fucking 40-year-old fucking piece of shit.
Dude, they bring back their old coach to be a defensive coordinator.
I saw that. I was like, what the
Okay, come on. We all listen. The Broncos are like this is a horrible analogy. I got to work on those. The Broncos are like that kid in high school that asks every single girl to the dance, and just whoever says yes first, he accepts. So, he goes and asks the head cheerleader, the hot girls, and finally he gets down to the nerd in the analytics class, in the science class with braces, and she says yes. That's what the Broncos are. We know none of these were their first choices. Fucking Russell Wilson wasn't their first choice. Nathaniel Hackett wasn't their first fucking choice. Sean Payton's not their first fucking choice. They literally settled. They're like, oh, we're just going to throw it out to everybody, and whoever comes, we'll take. It's no bad decision. When yes, the fuck it is. I think Peyton gets extra credit for his time as a QB coach developing Romo. Listen, he's
not getting shit.
That's another problem.
Fuck Sean Payton. Sean Payton just proved how dumb he is by hiring Davis Webb.
Developing Romo into work. What? Romo is the worst quarterback in the fucking world. He is one of the only quarterbacks that will throw for 500 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions in the same fucking game. Like, no. Like, yes, Romo was an undrafted free agent that became extremely, extremely valuable to a franchise because Jerry Jones loved his ass and he played very well and he had some dog in him. And yes, he was always injured. But can we say that was more on the NFL scouting department than the development of fucking Sean Payton? Because I can tell you right now, Sean Payton did not develop Taysom Hill, Jameis Winston. Like, who has he fucking developed? Drew Brees was already good when he got there. And we saw him 1 year without Drew Brees. And I just don't understand why nobody separates the two. We automatically go, Sean Payton's a great quarterback, great coach. He won 1 Super Bowl. 1 with Bountygate. 1. And after that, they were never in the Super Bowl again. Yes, did they get fucked by the Rams? 100%. 100%. But still. So they treat him like he's up there in royalty. And I'm just like, this is going to be I just unplugged myself. Hold on. This is going to be a train wreck. I just unplugged my headphones. So, yeah, okay. Lamar. What's going to happen with him, Jeremy? Tell me what's going to happen with him. Before I make a crazy prediction, bring me down off the ceiling.
Well, they ain't going to agree on a contract.
Okay.
So I think they're going to get 2 first-round picks out of it.
So you're saying they're going to do the non-exclusive franchise tag?
Yeah, they're going to. Somebody's going to give up 2 first-round picks, and it's probably going to be the Commanders.
I'm telling you. Telling y'all.
Wait, how does that make any sense?
Because Josh McDaniels.
Rodgers is Raiders because Josh McDaniels is there. What the fuck does Josh McDaniels have to do with Aaron Rodgers?
Because Josh McDaniels loves Aaron Rodgers.
What the fuck are you talking about?
We know this. And you know what else? He's weird, just like your fucking owner. So
what the fuck does Aaron Rodgers have to do with fucking Josh McDaniels?
Josh McDaniels wants Aaron Rodgers as a coach. And Aaron Rodgers understands that if he goes there.
Who has said this?
Nobody. We know this. Me and Anthony are on the same fucking. We're on the same thing. We might be smoking the same weed. We might be. Who knows? So who knows? But we are on the same stratosphere right now. Even though he said he thinks they're going to go to the Jets, but we're on the same stratosphere. So Lamar, go ahead. Back to Lamar. I'm sorry. You said non-exclusive franchise tag. They're going to get 2 firsts for him. You think that's all they're going to get for him? Because they don't have to negotiate that. You don't think they're going to go for like a Deshaun Watson deal with 4?
I think it's going to be extremely ugly. I think it's going to get dirty. I think there's going to be low blows. I think they're going to franchise tag him and they're going to fucking send him to the first organization that sends 2 picks. Don't matter who the fuck it is.
God damn it, Jeremy. Why did you tell me this? Why? You're supposed to bring me fucking down from the ceiling.
It is going to get. I think it's going to be ugly.
You're supposed to you were supposed to convince me that what I'm about to say is
I'm done. No, I'm done convincing you of shit because I have to listen to you talk about motherfucking Derek Carr fucking like he's some fucking angel.
Derek Carr is a lot better than a lot of people think. I'm not saying he's a top 10 quarterback, but he is better than half the league of quarterbacks. And when somebody used to always tell me, when I used to say they should get rid of quarterbacks, who are you going to get that's better? And that's why I keep telling you Aaron Rodgers is going there.
I will take a rookie.
So, and this is why I think Aaron Rodgers.
I will take the water boy as long as he runs out of the pocket.
This is why I think Aaron. Look, I wouldn't say that.
Look. If you got 2 feet and 2 legs that can run, I will. Let's go.
This is why I think Aaron Rodgers goes to the Raiders, because I think the Raiders offer a better package for Aaron Rodgers than the Jets do, because they're going to get into a bidding war between those two. Okay, Aaron Rodgers is going to go first, right? He's going to go. Then, right before the Jets go and try to make their offer to Derek Carr, which I don't want him to go there, right before they go and make that offer for Derek Carr, Lamar Jackson is going to become available. And the Jets are getting Lamar Jackson.
Look, you know how bad I want Derek Carr to go to a fucking team in
I know. And
so
this is
I want to see the fucking media murder this motherfucker.
And this is why I don't want him going there. So I think the Jets are going to get Lamar Jackson. They're going to trade up.
He cried about the media at the podium in Las Vegas.
I know. I think the Jets, because they're going to lose out on Rodgers. I think the Ravens are going to exclusive franchise tag him. I think the Jets are going to give him a haul very similar to what the Deshaun Watson got. They're going to give him a haul for that thing, but he's going to end up with the Jets. Derek Carr, I've already said, is going to end up in the Saints. I would prefer him to go to the Falcons, but he's going to end up with the Saints.
I hope he ends up on a fucking couch, just like his dumbass brother.
Carr going.
That's the only way he's going to win.
Anybody in the NFC South, I think, is good for him. Anybody.
That's the only way he's going to win anything.
But I'm definitely saying
you have to go against inferior fucking
competition. Yeah, I know. And so I want to put him in a place where he looks good. I don't want to put him in a place where he looks bad, because if I put him in a place where
I want that to look as bad as possible.
And if he does look bad, there's going to be 2 joys that you have. One, the joy that he looks fucking horrible, and 2, the joy of saying I fucking told you.
And I'm gonna come on here and say, "Hey, motherfucker!"
I know
what happened. What happened to your prediction? I thought you have good predictions, Eric.
I already know this, so that's why I don't want that shit to happen. So I think Lamar Jackson with the Jets would be scary. I think the Ravens would be absolutely stupid to do that. But I think him with the Jets would be scary. I also think the Ravens they're gonna trade Zach Wilson in that draft, in that pick too. So I think they'll trade Zach Wilson, 4 first-round picks, and like a second-round pick for Lamar Jackson.
I mean, do they have the money to give him a fully guaranteed contract?
They're not paying anybody. The Jets aren't paying any fucking body. We're both doing the same thing. Okay, so they're playing CJ Mosley. They are playing people. God damn it. Yeah, they're set for. I don't fucking know how much. I don't fucking know. Okay, no, they'll have to make a whole bunch of fucking decisions. Yeah, because they have CJ Mosley. Yeah, they have some people. They're just paying a lot of fucking small contracts. Like, they got CJ Mosley at 21, Tomlinson at 17, Lawson at 15, DJ Reed at 14, Franklin Myers at 14, Dwayne Brown at 11, Corey Davis at 11. They need to get rid of his ass.
They're over the cap right now.
Yeah, I know that by $2 million. CJ Ushimuzada, Jordan Whitehead. So yeah, so they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Contracts, they're over the cap. Over $1 million.
Yeah, $1 million and 1.1 million. It's like 1,113,607. So no, you're 100% right. But no, they can make some moves. They can make some moves here. They can do that shit. Don't kill my vibe.
Who'd you say they should get rid of?
Corey Davis. You have Garrett Wilson, Elijah Moore, and Corey Davis that's making $11 million. And Corey Davis has been often injured. You should probably try to unload him in a trade and recoup some of that value once you get back. Maybe trade Corey Davis to the fucking Ravens in that package as well. I don't fucking know. I think they're overpaying some people. See, this is why I say I'm not like a nerd when it comes to like this stuff, because I don't know who half these motherfucking people are. So, and I think some of these people are getting overpaid. But all defense. Lamar would be great for the Falcons or Saints. I think Lamar would be amazing for the Falcons because of the whole Michael Vick story. I think the Falcons are a very, very underrated destination for a lot of teams because they have Kyle Pitts, they have Drake London, they have some young receivers, a young receiver and a young tight end that they can throw the ball to. So who is their fucking coach right now?
Who?
The Falcons. The Falcons.
I don't know.
Look, the only problem I have with the Saints is I don't really like. I mean, you have Michael Thomas, which we don't know what's gonna happen with the fuck with him. You have Alvin Kamara, that's probably gonna go to fucking jail or get suspended. You have Taysom Hill, which what the fuck. So there's I don't, and then you have Dennis Allen. So I mean, yeah, I'm not sold on them. But I think it makes sense for Carr. I would prefer to see Lamar Jackson. Honestly, I would like to see Lamar Jackson with the Falcons. But I just think if you can somehow fit Lamar Jackson on the Jets with that defense, his ball control. Oh, plus who their fucking running back is. What is his name? Bryce Hall, whatever the fuck his name is. Yeah, that guy. So plus they have him. So you put that on him. He already has two better receivers than he's ever had in fucking the Baltimore Ravens. So I just think that's a great fit. And the Jets losing out on Rodgers to me would go in all for Lamar Jackson. And let's be honest, if you put Lamar Jackson on the Jets right now, are they a Super Bowl contender? Yes. Yes, they are. With that defense, that young receiving core, yes, Lamar Jackson has been oftenly hurt, but that's also because the fucking coaching staff does not know how to fucking use his ass. And he runs consistently, which he needs to stop running. But he's a former MVP. So I think they'd immediately be a Super Bowl contender. They over the cap don't mean nothing. Looking at the Saints, they always over the cap, and somehow I don't know. Well, it depends on how far over the cap you are.
It's different when you're talking about a fully guaranteed contract.
Well, no, not really, because even like I was talking about Adam, I was seeing on the things right now. When you trade, but when you trade for Aaron Rodgers, they only have to have that cap room for 1 day when they trade for him. Once that happens, they can restructure all of their contracts and go back negative into that cap room. So they only have to trade for him for what he's under right now. If he's under and they can make that room to get there by doing a couple people on his contract right now that he's at, or when they franchise, and that's the problem. If they franchise tag him, it's gonna be fucking $40 million. That's the fucking problem. Because if they exclusive franchise tag him, it's what, $45 million?
I think it's something like that.
Yeah. So then they would just have to have that cap room for 1 day. And then once they have that cap room, then they can renegotiate everything, start renegotiating other contracts and fit him in.
They'd have to clear $46 million.
Yeah, it's not hard. I'm not. Look, if I was in the NBA, if this was NBA's contracts, I could clear $46 million like that. I play enough 2K to realize how they do that. Okay, Madden needs to catch up their franchise mode. So yeah, but I agree with that. So I think Lamar. Yeah, I'm making predictions. I'm throwing out wild ass shit today. So just let's just write it down, because if some of it's right, if one of them is right, I'm going for joy. And I hope it's not Lamar to the Jets.
If you only get one right, it's still a failing grade, Eric.
Yes, I know it is. No,
you need at least 70% to pass this test.
No, what the fuck? That's a C. Okay,
70% is a passing grade.
What fucking school did you go to? Where the fuck did 70% come a passing grade?
It's 70%.
What I went to, 60% was a passing grade. Now,
what the
fuck? It's a D. I went to school in Vegas, so okay. Carson Wentz. I have just one question I want to talk about. Is he a bust or is he not?
How can we call him a bust?
Well, he's a number 1 overall pick, right?
He has a winning record.
He has one good. Does he?
Yep. It ain't a great winning record, but he's got a winning record. Because as soon as you sent me that text message, I looked.
Okay, well, let's just check it out.
46, 45, and 1.
Oh, stop it. It's a winning record. It's a winning record. I know. It's a winning record. I know. I mean,
he don't have Derek Carr's record.
He also didn't have Derek Carr's coaching staff. Okay, so overall, he's thrown 151 touchdowns to 66 interceptions, 62% career completion rating, 22,000 yards passing. So, I mean, but so this is kind of the issue, though. So when you break up his career, and it's stupid, but the first 4 years, right, were his best years. Now, granted, a lot of that is because he got injured or got benched. I don't know. So, okay, so would you what would you think?
I mean, as far as a first round overall pick standard, yes, he's considered a bust. But he's still got a winning record. I can't say that about Derek Carr. Look, and I supported that motherfucker.
You're the reason why I think he's fucking good.
Exactly. That's why I'm punching myself in the fucking face right now.
Okay, hold on. Stop comparing him. Derek Carr was a second-round pick. He was 36 overall pick.
I don't give a fuck.
He wasn't even the first pick in the fucking second round. So if your margin is he is better than the fifth pick in the second round, then he's a fucking bust.
So at a similar game, after similar amount of games, Derek Carr's record was 41-55.
But he's still a second-round draft pick.
It's still a losing record.
Yes, but you're comparing a first overall pick, the number one overall pick, to a second-round draft pick. Doesn't that right there justify him?
Carson Wentz led his team to the Super Bowl.
No, he didn't. Nick Foles did.
He did.
No, he did. Nick Foles did. Carson Wentz got injured in the regular season. Nick Foles did. And then Carson Wentz got injured again. That was 2017, 13-13. He only played 13 games. He went 11-2. He was an MVP candidate. And he got injured in the regular season in week fucking 14 or whatever. And Nick Foles led them to the fucking playoffs. Led them to the Super Bowl. So Carson Wentz wasn't even playing in the fucking Super Bowl. Don't you remember the Philadelphia fucking special? Where Nick Foles caught that touchdown pass? Yeah, Carson Wentz was fucking injured. Here, we can pull it up right now. 2017. Box score for week 16 against the Raiders. Nick Foles. Nick Foles is the quarterback in week 17 against the Raiders. Yeah, Nick Foles. That's why Nick Foles has a statue and not fucking Carson Wentz.
What the fuck is going on with my fucking computer?
Wentz is a backup or XFL. Well, he's going to get a starting job somewhere. Wentz to the Panthers. Who's the Panthers head coach? Frank Reich. He's not taking Wentz. Frank Reich was with Indianapolis last year when Wentz was there, so he's not taking Wentz. But that's the issue. We're not even comparing Wentz. We're not comparing Wentz to other first-round draft picks. So you said originally by his record, by comparison of the first overall number one pick, yes, he would be a bust. But now you're comparing him better than Derek Carr. That motherfucker better be
Absolutely.
He better be better than Derek Carr. Hey, you know what's funny? Didn't Derek Carr have almost an MVP season too?
Almost.
Yeah. Oh, the year before. Oh, the year before. Hold on.
And then came back the next season with a losing record.
Whoa. The year before, he went 12-3, almost had an MVP. But when he got injured, you guys didn't have a good enough backup to take you to the fucking Super Bowl, which Carson Wentz did.
And what was Derek Carr's record the next season?
6-9. 6-9.
So he
And
had
guess what Carson Wentz record was next year? 5-6. And he played less games. And he played less games.
12-3 season, and then came back with a 6-9 season.
Carson Wentz had an 11-2 season and came back with a 5-6 season, and he got injured. And then the next season, Derek Carr went 4-12. Oh, let's see why Derek Carr went 4-12. Why? Because who showed up? Oh, because they fired fucking the coach that led him to the playoffs a year after he had a bad year where Derek Carr was coming off a fucking injury, and they hired who? John Gruden. Carson Wentz comes back. Wait. Carson Wentz comes back, and they kept Doug Peterson. And then they went to the playoffs.
I don't care. Carson Wentz is still better than Derek Carr.
I highly disagree.
Who's got a winning record? Who has a winning record?
Who got canned by their franchise quicker?
Winning record?
Who got canned by their franchise quicker?
Who has a winning record?
Who got canned by the franchise that drafted them faster? Who has been benched? Who has been traded twice?
Who has thrown more picks in the red zone?
2 years. I'm looking. Hey, that's kind of funny. All of his career stats are with one team.
Who, Derek Carr? That doesn't mean he's good.
I mean, to be 100% honest, like Carson Wentz has thrown through less picks in 2011 and 2021 and 2022. But I mean, in 2020, he led the fucking league in interceptions and played in 12 games. He led the league in interceptions and played in 12. In that same year, Derek Carr threw 9. He had 15.
Derek Carr led the season in interceptions this year.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
He led the season. He led in interceptions until fucking Prescott came back.
But he didn't lead. He didn't finish the season leading in interceptions.
He led the entire season in interceptions until Prescott came back.
At the end of the season, was he the leader?
Was he? Let me see if I can say this. Let me see if I can say this in a retard voice that you can fucking understand. He led the league in interceptions until Dak Prescott came back.
I have a question. So my question is, did he finish the season?
That is not what I just said.
Then I don't give a fuck that at one point in time he led the league in interceptions during the fucking game, during fucking 17 games. I don't give a fuck.
The entire fucking year.
Until Dak Prescott came back. Okay, so who led the league in interceptions?
So he was a shit quarterback until Prescott
There's never been a year that Derek Carr has finished leading the league in interceptions. Carson Wentz has done it. I can't believe you. I fucking can't believe that I have to fucking listen. Okay, here we go. Perfect situation. I'm going to end this right now, okay? Not this season, but the season before. Derek Carr had to play the Chargers in a must-win game. If they win, they get in. If the Chargers win, the Chargers get in. And what did Derek Carr do? He put on his big boy pants. Stop it. Let me finish.
What did he do the next game?
With the special teams coordinator.
What did
he finish? Let me finish.
What did he do with the next game?
He lost.
He shit the fucking bed like the little bitch.
He lost because the NFL's rigged and the referee.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut
the fuck up.
He put his big boy pants on.
You wouldn't say that shit if it was the Chiefs.
I just threw that in there to get your fucking blood boiling. So he put that shit on. He put his big boy pants on, and he won the game. Across the United States, Indianapolis had to beat the worst team in the league to get into the playoffs with Carson Wentz. And what the fuck happened? What did Carson Wentz do? What did he do? Oh, he didn't even make it to the playoffs. He lost to the shittiest team in the fucking league that at one point in time was led by fucking Urban Meyer. Wentz is worse than Derek Carr.
But he still has a winning record. Carr
you know what?
Carson Wentz has a winning record. Derek Carr does not.
Carson Wentz has a tie. Derek Carr does not.
Hey, when the Steelers went 8-8, did you call that a loss?
When they went 8-8?
Yeah, when they had an 8-8 season, did you call that a loss? Or do you still say that Tomlinson still has a winning record? Has never had a losing record?
He's never had a losing record.
All right. Carson Wentz has a better record than Derek Carr.
8-8's not losing. It's not a losing record.
So a tie is not a losing fucking record. So you can't add that to the fucking losing side of his fucking record.
I fucking hate you. I fucking hate you sometimes. You're so fucking good at that shit. I fell right into that motherfucking shit. Okay, we're done arguing about fucking
Derek
Carson.
Carr has 99 career interceptions. Carson
Wentz, I know. I saw it. Carson Wentz has 66. I know. You know what, though? But can we say this? Can I just say one thing? Who would you say is a better organization, Philadelphia or Oakland? Or Las Vegas? Okay.
Well, over the last 9 years?
Over their span, who's been a better organization?
The Raiders.
Over the span of Derek Carr's career?
You just said over the span.
I'm sorry, over the span.
I said what? The last 9 years. You said over the span. Which
over the 9. Yeah, I forgot. Derek Carr's been there 9 years. Why did I think he's been there like 7? So yeah, over the span, who's had a better organization? The last 9 years, over the span of Derek Carr's career.
If you want to get technical,
yeah,
the Raiders.
How? You've had more offensive coordinators, more head coaches. You have less wins, and they have 2 Super Bowl rings in that or 2 Super Bowl appearances in that same appearance in that same span with 2 different coaches and 2 different fucking quarterbacks. How could you say that?
Hold on, I'm going back. Give me a second.
Dog, you just said Carson Wentz is better than Derek Carr. So in that scenario, Carson Wentz, so basically the Raiders had a better organization, but because Derek Carr sucks so fucking bad, they haven't been able to win, is what you're saying.
Derek Carr has had...
I didn't say Derek Carr, I said the Raiders organization.
I'm still going to say the Raiders.
Okay. Of course you are, because you're a Raiders fan. I can't. I don't even know why I fucking...
I mean, if I said who was better, the Chiefs or the fucking Raiders.
Well, that's...
Would you pick another fucking team?
Why don't you pick like a realistic team? That's not even a fair comparison. That's like me saying that's like me asking, is the NBA better than the WNBA? They're not a fucking comparison.
I've had my team.
They're 2 different leagues. Huh?
I've had my team for 35 years.
No, you haven't. Your team's been in 3 different fucking cities in 35 years. Stop it.
I've had my team for 35 years.
I've had my team for 30-something years. How long has it been? Hold on. 30.
See, I know how. I was 3 years old when I picked my NFL team.
I was 4. So I'm 4. It's 37. No, it might have been older. I might have been 6. So it might be 35. It's between 4 and 6. When you get old, you don't remember. So I'm just saying, if you said like who's been better over the course of the last 10 years, the Patriots organization or the Chiefs organization, I'd be like, well, the Patriots organization has been better. They're the pillar of the fucking community. But if you say the Raiders or the Chiefs, like that's like comparing varsity versus JV.
No, that's not what we're discussing. We're talking about Carson Wentz and Derek Carr.
No, we're not. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the difference between Carson Wentz and Derek Carr.
Numbnuts over here thinks Aaron Rodgers is coming to the Raiders.
I'm okay. Look, I'm on a roll right now. You don't even understand. You know how you know I'm on a roll? Because I'm fucking clapping. I love you, beautiful. How you doing? Good morning. How'd you sleep? You feel any better? You sound sick still. All right, LeBron James's foot. The foot that everybody cares about. I was very excited for the Lakers to hopefully make a playoff push. Rodgers is...
Hey, at least I got back up on something.
Okay, all right. All right. I also said Lamar Jackson was going to the Jets. So that wasn't the craziest prediction I made. So I was extremely excited for Lamar Jackson and Lamar Jackson, LeBron James, and the playoff push that they were going to have as the Lakers. Did I think they could get to the 6th overall seed? I wasn't 100% sure. I was not 100% sure if they'd get to the 6th overall seed. But I knew they'd make it in the play-in, and once they made it in the play-in, it's very devastating. With the NBA, and now do I still think they can make it to the play-in? Yes, they're 11th right now. But they would need Anthony Davis to become Anthony Davis. He doesn't just need to show up. He needs to play. He needs to dominate. He needs to take over games. D'Angelo Russell's gonna have to. He's gonna have to play an extremely big role. The bench is gonna have to come, which they have more depth. If this trade works, that's why I was excited for the Lakers push. But I don't even know if LeBron's gonna come back. He literally said he heard a pop, and we all know when you hear a pop, that's horrible. You don't. Pops are bad.
I hear pops every day.
Well, yeah, but you're not a high supreme athlete. If you were a high supreme athlete and
you're what? My pops don't fucking matter?
No, neither do mine. Okay. Fucking if LeBron James slips getting out of the bathtub, ESPN covers that shit. Okay. LeBron James walks outside of the rain, they cover that shit. So no, our pops don't matter.
To cover mine too.
So Lakers not doing nothing. LeBron gonna sit out like AD. But this is the issue. If the Lakers get to 10 and LeBron can actually rest his foot, that's dangerous. I've been saying this for a minute. I think this is going to be the year and this is why I think LeBron James's foot is so big. I think this is going to be the year that teams we don't expect to make it to the finals in the West. The West is wide open. Yes, we have the Phoenix Suns that are huge right now with KD trade, with Chris Paul, with Devin Booker, with DeAndre Ayton. We have that. We love that. It's great. But they still got some time to gel. I think they're the favorites? Yes. If I had to pick a team right now to make it to the NBA Finals at the West, I'm going with the Suns. If I had to bet, I would put some money on the Kings and the Clippers. And I might go do that. Put like 10 to 20 bucks on the Kings. I know they're not going to win it, but this could be that year. Nobody thought the Suns were going to make it to the finals a couple years ago. When the Dallas Mavericks came out of nowhere and made it to the finals, nobody believed they were going to make it to the finals that year. When they beat the Heat. So there's times that we see this where they just come out of nowhere. And I think this is the year that we have it. It's been very easy to predict the last couple of years what teams would make it to the finals. We've gotten very spoiled. Like we knew the Warriors were going to make it for a while. You knew that the Cleveland Cavaliers were going to make it with the Warriors. After that, nobody really knew if the Raptors were going to make it, but that was a good playoff series because you had the Raptors, the Sixers, the Celtics. You had a lot of good teams that could make it. When the Heat made it, the Heat was a team that kind of came out of nowhere, but that's the bubble championship, so everybody gives them asterisks. Then what you had Milwaukee and the Suns. We all kind of knew that Milwaukee was going to do that. The Suns, nobody really thought they were going to make it because, Chris Paul had his injury history and all that. And then last year, Golden State. Once Golden State got hot, we knew they had a great chance of making it. But look who ended up in the conference finals, Dallas. So depending on the matchup, I think the Lakers, if they get in the play-in tournament, I think, and LeBron comes back. Granted, if he comes back 7 games, I don't even think that matters. I don't think he comes back in the regular season. I don't think he comes back to the playoffs. You may see him come in the play-in game, depending on how bad his foot is. But depending on who they play in the first play-in game, because they're going to have to win 2 if they only get to the 10 seed. I don't think he might come back for that play-in game, but I definitely think he comes back for the second one, depending on who their matchup is. So what I think is, if they get in the play-in game, they're making the playoffs. Because focus LeBron, rest of LeBron, I don't give a fuck if he has a foot injury or not. He is fucking superhuman. We all know he is superhuman. So for some odd reason, he does not ever get extremely injured. I mean, he gets injured consistently now as he gets older. But I've been saying for years, why has he not been HGH tested? But I think he comes back. I think he plays. Now, once they make it into the playoffs, even if they come in as an 8 or 7 seed, do you really trust? Well, they'll come in as an 8 seed. Do you really trust Denver? It would be an upset for an 8 seed to beat a 1 seed. I know that. But Denver right now is 1 seed. Do you trust that matchup? LeBron, D. Russell, AD, Malik Beasley. Who the fuck is their power forward? I fucking forgot. Against Denver. I don't trust that. And that's the problem. Basketball is matchups. Yes. Could they get blown the fuck out of the water? Yes. But could it be a close 7-game series? Does anybody really trust Denver right now with how many leads they've blown and what they look like in the playoffs sometimes? I don't. I definitely don't trust Denver. Then what do we got? Memphis. So, yes, that's a great – Memphis is a beast right now. And they're playing great, but in matchup things, yeah, Jaren Jackson can go off. But who the fuck is guarding LeBron? So basketball is all about matchups and getting hot at the right time. Yeah, we haven't seen an 8 seed in forever or a lower seed in forever go to the finals. I think it was last time. What was it? The Knicks. I think they were like a 7 seed or whatever in the short season in '99 or whatever when they lost to.
Wait, are you asking me?
No, I'm not asking you. I'm asking myself.
I was gonna say because I'm
so. That's the issue we have, but we do forget in the 90s there were a lot of times a 1 seed didn't win. What was it? The Rockets were a 6 seed. The Bulls, I think, were like a 4 seed a lot of times. So it just kind of depends on matchups. And that's what if LeBron's foot is not completely horribly done and he can play, they got to win 16 once they get into playoffs. But I mean, let's say every series goes 7. So you got 4 series, 7 times 4. Fucking math. I don't know why I can't do math right now. 28. So 28 games. Could he hold in for 28, 29, 30 games? I don't know because it's a very it's a short period of time, but we know they fucking branch this shit out to give them plenty of rest. So if the Lakers get into the playoffs, they're dangerous. They are very dangerous. And again, I would pick the Suns 100%. But outside of that, even if Chris Paul goes down, the Suns can still win. They have enough firepower. But there are some things that I don't trust. Is KD going to stay healthy? Is Chris Paul going to stay healthy? Is DeAndre Ayton going to shrink again? I mean, if they don't shrink or none of that happens, they're running through it. But I would love to see the Suns and Lakers in the Western Conference playoffs. I'm just so surprised. I'm so pissed that LeBron James' foot got injured right now. Lakers lost 2 in a row. They need to win like 10 games straight. Yes, I know. But this is the issue. When you look at the NBA standings, they're so bunched up in the West right now. So Western Conference, we have – so the Lakers right now are in 11th. They're 1 game back from the Pelicans, who are in 10th. They're 1 game back from the Jazz, who are 9th. And they're 3 games back from – hold on, I got to get – Three games back from the Clippers. So that's kind of where I'm going. Like, yes, they look really, really bad. So where's their games back? Games back. So Lakers are 1 game back from the Pelicans, who are in 10th, the Jazz, who are in 9th, the Clippers, they're 2 games back from the Clippers, who are in 8th, and they're 2.5 games back from Minnesota. So they really don't have to win 10 games in a row. Do you think the Jazz are going to keep up the pace that they're at right now? The Jazz could definitely slip out. Definitely could come out because I think they've started to drop. Right now, the Jazz are, what are they at? They're 4-6 in the last 10. And they're on a 2-game losing streak. The Clippers have lost.
Somehow my Alexa just went off in the kitchen. And boy, let me tell you what. There's something sitting right up there. What the fuck? It's still going off.
Go turn that shit off. That's why I don't have a fucking Alexa. You know that?
Like it's asking me if I want to get an email about something.
So the Clippers have lost 5 in a row. Minnesota's on a 2-game winning streak, but in their last 10, they're 5 out of 5, 3 out of 7, 4 out of 6, 4 out of 6. And the Lakers are 5 out of 5. So realistically, who do the Lakers have for the next 5 games? Realistically, I don't see how they could not maybe sneak into the playoffs because they're only 1 game back. So right now, the Lakers have their next game. They play Golden State. Then they play Memphis, Toronto, New York, New Orleans, Houston, Dallas, Orlando, Philly, Phoenix, Oklahoma, Chicago, Minnesota, Houston, Utah, LA, Phoenix, Utah. So as of right now, Golden State, Memphis, Toronto, very good games. New York, good game. I don't know what's going to happen with the Pelicans. Is Zion fucking playing? Probably not. Houston, Dallas, not sure. Orlando, Phoenix, Oklahoma, Chicago. So they have a tough schedule. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they don't have it. The ESPN said like they had the second easiest schedule based off of rankings, but I'm not saying they don't have a tough schedule. and they play the Jazz. But let's look at the Jazz. And that's more or less what I think. They just have to outpace one or two teams. That's my theory. They only have to outpace either New Orleans or them. So Jazz has Oklahoma, Dallas, Orlando, Charlotte, Miami, Boston, Sacramento, Portland, Milwaukee, Sacramento, Phoenix, San Antonio, Boston, Brooklyn, Los Angeles, Oklahoma, Denver, Los Angeles. So if the Jazz slip in Los Angeles in their next 20 games can go 12-8, and the Jazz slip some, and they go 9-11, I can definitely see them slipping in. And that's why I think they could, because I do not think that the teams ahead of them are that much more dominant. The Clippers are going to fix themselves, but I think that they're not that much more dominant. So I think if the Lakers get in, nobody really wants to see them. All right, Jeremy, go ahead. Tell us about Jackson.
Oh, Mr. Size 8 shoes.
If y'all don't know, Google what Jackson Mahomes has done. God damn, I hate this fucker.
He assaulted a waiter.
A 40-something, an elderly waiter too. And then she's like 40. He's my age.
And then I guess forcibly kissed the owner
multiple times.
So he's got assault and sexual assault.
And the police said they're going to push charges against sexual assault. Not only he grabbed the lady by her throat and kissed her. All of it's on tape.
Look, I thought when I first seen it, I thought they got the genders wrong. I thought he would have kissed the male.
Well, he told the waiter to get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Push the waiter out of his own fucking job. Okay. Listen. There's one in every family.
Not as bad as the Mahomes family.
I think there are. I just think because he has more money.
But his is fuck. Because then they got Brittany too. It just makes it even more fucking irritating.
Hey, listen, stop for a second. 100%. But this year she's been good. The look you gave me. So, look, Jackson Mahomes, I'm going to tell you something right now, buddy. Fucking knock it off! Go to Australia. Get the fuck out of it. Go somewhere. Go on a darkness fucking retreat. God, I don't even know what to say to you. How do you even think that's... Like, you're not even fucking... Like,
and Anthony, that's who it is.
I understand when athletes... Yes, that's who it is. Yes. And you can't dance. God, you fucking look stupid. Do it. Stop it. You're not even on beat with any of the fucking shit you pick. Make all of us fucking mad. You're supposed to be light-skinned and mixed race. You're supposed to be adaptable. That's what happens when you fucking mix like you. That's why Patrick is so good at shit. You're supposed to be able to adapt. Motherfucker, you ain't even famous. God. Like, I can take when athletes do stupid shit because they've been coddled their whole life. What the fuck has people said to you? How have you not had your ass whooped by now? That's all you need. You need somebody to beat the... Listen.
It's all right. When he goes to jail, Bubba's got him.
I am normally an advocate for violence. But in this scenario, we need to advocate massive fucking violence. He needs to go to the shadow realm. Somebody needs to fucking chin check his ass. Okay? They need to put him in the dark space. Somebody needs to knock him out, wake him up, and knock his ass out again. He at some point in time needs to get a receipt for the shit that he's been doing. All I'm saying is somebody take care of his motherfucking ass. Okay? Pat, listen. I know that's your brother. I know it is. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say this.
That don't excuse him.
But somebody knock him the fuck out. Don't rob him. Don't fucking put him in the... Just run up. Let somebody Somebody in the restaurant should have got up and whooped his motherfucking ass.
Can I volunteer as tribute?
Yes, he did something again. He was in a restaurant and
assaulted
assaulted a waiter, and then he forcibly put his hand around the owner's neck and kissed her multiple times on the face. He is being charged with sexual assault and right now probably assault. Listen, this is a problem with John Morant. If we want to talk about no, somebody does not need to knock out John Morant. This is what they need to do. Okay, the Memphis Grizzlies need to sit his ass down and say, "Listen, buddy, if you can't control yourself, we're gonna get you a babysitter."
Did you see his IG live?
Look, this is a problem. John Morant is about he. Why do people want to be thugs?
Why do people get on the internet and want to flaunt their guns on a live?
No, he's talking about John Morant fighting a 17-year-old boy.
And I'm talking about John Morant on live with his fucking gun.
Because he wants to be a fucking thug. So at a basketball game, supposedly the boy threw the ball at his head too hard, and John Morant went over there and fought him.
Oh, I think I heard about that.
Yeah, and John Morant saying because he said he was going to shoot up his house or something like that. Why are you playing basketball with a 17-year-old boy? I'm tired of these motherfuckers going, I just want a ball. I just want a ball. Bitch, you are an NBA superstar. You can ball wherever the fuck you want to. Why are you balling someplace with 17? Why are you balling in situations where even if that motherfucker said he wanted to shoot up his house, he's suing you now? Why? Listen, I don't even know if they are. I have no clue. I know some of these guys come from horrible neighborhoods. And I know this. I know some of them do. But I don't know. I don't even know what to say. Because like I'm tired, you can't say nothing. Like, why are you fighting him? Do you know how much you have to lose? Let's say that dude pulls out a blade and just cuts your artery. Make smarter decisions. Fucking athletes.
Apparently he threatened mall security.
Yeah, I know that too.
Security director. What?
The problem is, and listen, it could be an ego thing. It could be the Napoleon complex where this motherfucker's little by NBA standards. Not in real life. But by NBA standards, he's little. And he goes, oh, this and this and this. You know, he's talking all this shit because he's got to be that big bad dog. But in real life, you're a 6 foot fucking guy. It weighs 190 pounds and works out all the time. Stop it. You are not a thug. You are a millionaire. You're a fucking brand. Jackson Mahomes, get knocked out. John Morant, I don't know if I need John Morant. See, this is a problem. I don't know how fake John Morant is yet. So I don't know if he needs to be knocked out. I think he needs to be put down a couple pegs. But I think in this scenario, it's going to sound bad. But I think the organization at Memphis needs to come down and have a heart-to-heart with this motherfucker.
What's going to sound bad about that?
Because I was going to say something else, and then I reiterated it. Yeah, I was going to go a totally different direction than that, and I thought about it. So, but they need to have. I was going way off. So they need to have a heart-to-heart with this dude, and
you better stop acting like me.
Let them know what is like. Show him you have too much damn talent to be wasting on this, and you're not that dude. You're not. Matt Barnes will fold you over. Steven Jackson will fuck you up. You're not. You're not that dude. So just let it go. Jeremy, you got anything else to say? Because I'm getting hungry and I got to get some motherfucking food.
No, I don't think so.
All right. Well, I hope everybody has a fabulous weekend. Hey, did you decide if you wanted to go hiking with it? Are we still going hiking, babe? You want to go? You decide if you want to go hiking?
I'll go.
I sent you the thing.
No, I know. I saw it.
Oh, okay.
I didn't respond.
No, you didn't respond. You never fucking respond, Jeremy. You just fucking stop responding unless I don't.
I mean, you should be used to it by now.
Yeah, you're like sound like a. Yeah, sounds like a plan. So you responded to that. Yeah, you did not respond to that at all. So
Yeah, I didn't.
it's not lunch here, buddy. It's only 9:11, so I'm having breakfast.
What time y'all going?
I don't know. I'll let you know. Probably 11, 12. I gotta go look at soup. Yeah, breakfast sandwiches or French toast is what we're having. What my wife said. Nah, it's not too late for breakfast. We're having French toast because she forgot to take out bacon. So no, there's never too late for breakfast. Breakfast food is good at any time of the day.
Any time of the day.
Any time of the day. Okay. So I'll let you know when we're going hiking at. What time we go once we figure it out. Because I gotta go look at Suits, but it will be this afternoon. And then hopefully everybody watch. I gotta go look at Suits today.
Oh, that's right, Mr. Big Bank Man.
Yeah, so everybody, I hope you guys have a fabulous weekend. Everybody stay safe. Enjoy the Jones show if you're watching it, the Jones Gane match, Ciro, whatever the fuck his name is. Jeremy, whenever you're ready, go ahead and take us out.
Put me in, coach.
Peace.